Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to Throwbacks, where we talk about everything cool and retro. Tonight I'm coming at you with a couple different things. This is your old pal Uncle BJ, and today we're just gonna have fun, a little freestyle, gonna do a little bit of everything. So if maybe you don't like something, you can just fast forward it and go to the next thing that you might think is cool. What I got here is I've had a lot of stuff lately that, between Christmas and everything, a lot of stuff that haven't been able to really open up and enjoy. So let's do that, And I got a little bit of everything from stuff that I like. I got Star Wars figures, some wrestling figures, MOTU, G.I. Joe, Transformers. So I'll try to go through this quickly. Forgive the loud, obnoxious opening boxes sound, but it is what it is. So without any further ado, let's open up Transformers, Earthrise, War for Cybertron. I think the Alley-Con. Yeah. This is the first time we've got a mainline offering of this guy. He looks pretty good. I'm not into mainline too much because they're too itty bitty. They don't go with my collection, but I really like the Quintessons. And I like their characters. I like Transformers the movie. So I do try to pick up stuff like that if I can. So let's take a look at this fella. All right. And he is trapped in his plastic case of horror. Thought I had some scissors over here, but I do not. It's okay. Alright. Now there he is, and my gosh, he is a teeny tiny fellow. But I guess if you're into the modern Hasbro stuff, this is to scale. And he instantly feels pretty good. He looks pretty good. He looks, fair interpretation of the character from the movie that ate all poor Cup and Hot Rod's Energon goodies. But, just tell them Bob Weep on a mini bomb, and they'll be all right. Let's see. And he comes with a spear, which he can hold just fine. And it looks cool. And it's mainline stuff, so it's not really like painted, but you do get super articulation. You do get some nice colored plastic. You get a couple weird things, like if you turn, we call this waffling. If you look at, say, like the backside of an arm or something, it's obviously not filled in. It looks weird. But, that's how they keep the prices down. It is what it is. And let's see here. He does have a tail, which goes on somehow. Not entirely sure how. Maybe it goes over the thing. I don't know, like that. Not sure. But there's your Alley-Con. And let's do a quick comparison of Impossible Toys Alley-Con, which usually the Impossible Toys Quintesson guys kind of were more mainline scale, but this looks like he's more masterpiece scale. But there is the two together. Both have faces only a mother could love. But, pretty cool. And, sorry for the awkward silence there. I do prevent something from falling over. But there he is. I think I've got his tail on there right. I'm not sure. Alright, so anyway. moving right along. This was a very elusive figure that took me a while to get, which was the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Storm Shadow in the vintage package. And took me a while to get this guy because it was a Walmart exclusive, and we know how we feel about exclusives. They suck. So, took me a while to get this fella, needless to say, but I really wanted him because they had another release of Storm Shadow that I thought was pretty good, but we'll look at the differences. He comes in a very cool retro package, which, you know, if I had all the money in the world, I would keep one in the package and open one, but I do what I can to get one of these fellas. But, you know, you can cut out his big old file card and keep that if you want, but I'm gonna open him. So let's see. Oh, I like how they put that in that. Alright. There we go. Get out of here. And he does. Oh, a little cool stand. I like that. Wish they all came with stands, because some of the classified figures don't really want to stand up. I can't stand for that. Oh, that's cool. Look, he has one of his hands is a I'm gonna throw a star at your hand. That's cool. And his other one is I'm gonna knock you out, sucker hand. Right. There's a arrow. And a bow. This bow is pretty cool. It almost looks like a real bow, like you could actually pull it back and use it, but it's just sculpted plastic. It just looks really good. Alright. And of course he comes with his two Arashikage swords. A little one and a big one. One for fighting snake eyes and red ninjas, and the other one for chopping cucumbers. Doing other amazing Ginsu things. Alright. And he has a backpack with some arrows that are molded in there, and some scabbards for his swords. Doesn't come with a knife. That's a bummer. Put that in there. That in there. And let's look at this fella. Good ninja master, Tommy Arashikage. Snake Eyes' buddy. He looks good. He's got the classic ninja outfit. And he's got the correct arm wrappings. Those little toe shoesies, similar to the ones Ahsoka had. So why did I get this guy when I already had a Storm Shadow, you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I'm going to show you. Alright, so this is the first one they did. Now, he's not too different, to be fair. He's got basically the same head sculpt. He does have a different tunic there, and he has these big kind of bulky like archer gauntlets, or whatever you call those. Forgive me if I don't know ninja language too good. And this guy has the correct little armbands covering up the one tattoo that would be on his right forearm. Yeah, paint's a wee bit different. Not a big deal. In fact, I may end up kit bashing these together, where I have the one without the kind of puffy, like hoodie thing going back there. I don't know. We'll see. But that is the difference between those guys. And he has silver accents instead of red, which I think was a good idea. But that's pretty much it. G.I. Joe Classified Storm Shadow, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Who's next? Okay, here's a wild one for you guys. You guys remember her? Remember this little lady? Masterverse, Masters of the Universe, Princess of Power, Frosta. Now, you never saw Frosta on the regular He-Man cartoon unless you were also a She-Ra fan and you watched She-Ra, Princess of Power, which is actually a great show. So if you like He-Man at all, give it a shot. She is the Ice Empress of Etheria, which is kind of cool. And I guess she's like the Princess Elsa, I guess, in the He-Man universe. But anyway, I don't have too many of these sized figures from Masterverse, so I'm not really trying to redo my entire He-Man collection. And she comes with a little thing there. I guess you blow and it kind of goes like that. It's just, you could probably put this in bubble. It looks like a fan, She could keep you frosty with it, Plug this in and, and then you could talk into it and go, Luke, I am your father. Anyway, all right, enough of that. And she's got some extra hands. So many hands. Alright, get out of there. This is for her little white glove inspection there. You know what I'm saying? Alright. And she comes with a lettuce wrap. No, just kidding. This is like a kind of a frost effect, like she's shooting Freezy McFreeze stuff, like ices at people. The house comes down. Alright, there she is. And my initial impression of her is she is pretty cool. They do a really good job on these Masterverse figures, and they're pretty affordable. They're like $20 to $25, I think, usually. You do find them on clearance for lower. But, she's just as articulated as any Black Series, Marvel Legends, what have you. She got a pretty cool little soft goods cape. And her hair looks almost translucent, but not quite. It's painted really nicely. Probably can't tell, but that's a cool little paint job there on her hair. Yeah, it's good, Frosta. So, I just remember she was one of She-Ra's friends, to be honest. I don't remember a lot about her. She wasn't like a regular on the show, I don't think. Not as much as I remember. But anywho, here is her next to She-Ra, making her funny face there. So, she's like maybe a hair shorter than She-Ra, which is, probably accurate. And just for the heck of it, there's her next to He-Man. And yeah, that's great. If you got any of these Masterverse folks in your MOTU collection, they're great. They're a lot like the classics figures. They feel a little different. It's hard to describe, but they're not so different that you can't mix them together. Anyway, Frosta. Let's see. Now, this isn't new, but it was new to me. I got this at a wrestling con we went to about 2 years ago. It had already been out for a while there. Trish Stratus and Lita with a chair so they could smack each other with. And just cool, you know, and they're actually good friends in real life, of course, as you might think. But these battle packs, they're pretty cool, where you get two of the cheaper figures together. And these, you know, these ran for about 20 bucks maybe. But we're going to open this today. Alright. Now these ladies were both very popular back in the day. So you should, if you're a wrestling fan, you should have heard of these gals. Alright. Let's look at Lita first. This is better than, I already had versions of these figures, but both of these are better than the ones I had. So I always like to, if I can upgrade for a cheaper figure, it's well worth it. And it's always cool when they try to, like, that's probably not completely accurate to her tattoos, but that's cool when they put that much detail on there. And I'm sure they try to keep continuity with it too. So Lita, let's look at Trish. Trish looks very happy, very excited to have an action figure of herself. See her logo on her back of her jacket or whatever that is. Yeah. There she is. I don't think she has any tattoos, but she looks cool. And I come with a WWE Evolution chair, which is cool. You know, they can sit in this or they can hit each other with it. It's pretty cool. So, always good to have one of these. I think they're neat. And there they are. And let's see. There they are with The Rock. And let's see who else. And here is Hollywood Hogan. So that gives you a good idea of how they scale, what they look like. Alright. Pretty cool. Glad I got these. And last but not least is Clone Captain Rex. And this is how he looked for all of probably 2 minutes in the Bad Batch series on Disney Plus that I highly recommend. You should go check it out. And he's basically just Rex with a poncho and a viewfinder thing on his helmet, which is weird because he already had the one viewfinder thing on the side. But you see him using it here. And back, side, and, you know, he's basically not too different than most clone troopers. But let's get him out of here. Try to do these unboxings as noise-free as possible. So, alright, so my first impression is cool. It's nice to get another Rex. This Kama looks a little disheveled, being under his Andor-esque looking poncho coat thing there. But apparently it kept the back of his shins clean, so that's good. And it is colored nicely. I don't know what this is supposed to be exactly, but it looks good. And I'm not going to take this off because I already have another Rex. And it feels like there is... Oh, no, there's part of a ball right under here. I'm not sure what's going on under here. Maybe I will take that off just out of curiosity. But, let's see. His thingy moves. I don't want to put too much pressure on these, but there we go. That's cool. Goes up. And his helmet comes off to reveal a very nice looking Captain Rex. face sculpt in there. This is pre-beard Rex. But I think he looks cool. And let's see. Here he is next to Kix. And let's see. Here he is next to Ahsoka. So, scale, yeah. And he looks great. Glad I picked this guy up. And just a quick note, I would have never gotten this guy if I hadn't gotten with a local buddy who had one. And, that's why it's if you collect these figures, it's really good to kind of put the feelers out in the local community, get in your local groups. Like North Florida Collectors Club. It's a good one. You meet all kinds of cool people, do all kinds of good trades, pick up all kinds of cool stuff. But that's all I got for today, folks. Thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit. I just wanted to show you some stuff I got that I've been meaning to open up and take a look at. So I thought I'd do just a little brief run through for all of them. And until next time, please like, subscribe, share, give us a comment. Check out our podcast on Spotify, Podbeam, Apple Music, and probably 10 other things that I'm forgetting. But we're going to throw one back. And until next time, we'll see ya.